Chicago State University result. Tinubu has something to hide, says Atiku. Wow. It is obvious now, after a case had been filed against Tinubu in a U.S. court in Illinois, okay, Tinubu went back to file a motion or a suit to stop the university from releasing his academic results to Atiku or to the court. And so that is why Atiku is now coming back to tell the world that Tinubu definitely has something to hide, and that is why he's trying to block that case over there. And even though the privacy law that the Tinubu's lawyer are citing in the US that stops or prevents institutions from releasing students' information indiscriminately, this request is coming from a court, and obviously if the subpoena is served, they will have no option but to release it because it's under investigation. So Atiku is coming out now to say that Tinubu obviously has something to hide. Probably that's why he's trying to block the matter in the US. Let's see what more Atiku has to say. The council represented the interest of the People Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar PDP, in his quest to unravel the controversy around the educational qualifications of President Bola Tinubu, has said that they are puzzled by Tinubu's vigorous opposition to a request asking the Chicago State University to make open disclosure about the matter. Okay, Atiku's lawyer, Leo Angela, said she had sent an email to Tinubu's lawyers asking for their cooperation in asking the Chicago State University about documents that are already in the public domain, which had been submitted in proceeding in the Nigerian court. The email, which was sent on August 3rd, 2023, is requesting to learn CSU's position, that is the Chicago State University's position, on whether, how, and when they were provided to other Nigerian litigants, as Chicago State University's position on the authenticity of the document. According to Ms. Angela, Mr. Tinubu should have been keen to clear up any inconsistencies in his academic achievement and set the record straight by allowing the expedition of the legal process. If there is an explanation for the discrepancies we have identified, we would think that Mr. Tinubu would be eager to provide it. And if you would like to provide an explanation to us, we are happy to consider it. That might preclude the need for, or at least expedite the disposition of the case, the lawyer said. Atiku has thus, through his lawyer, expressed a willingness to cooperate with Mr. Tinubu's legal team to shut down controversies surrounding the president's credentials. But rather than extend the same cooperation to Atiku's lawyer, the team representing Tinubu has vehemently opposed all initiatives aimed at setting the record straight about Tinubu's educational claims at the Chicago State University. Ms. Angela thus stressed that Mr. Tinubu's adamant refusal to grant them access to his school record has only fueled suspicion and suggested that he has something to conceal. Obviously, he has something to conceal because the man's way had never been straight before now. The man's record has never been straight. So if he knows that his record is straight and he knows that everything is okay, then he should come forward to, settle all the controversies around all his academic qualification. In candor, the vehemence of Mr. Tinubu's opposition to this discovery is increasing rather than mitigating our suspicions, Ms. Angela asserted. Now, the lawyer representing Atiku further noted disappointment about how Tinubu is frustrating and stalling the entire judicial process. She explained that Tinubu had been advised to join the case earlier since the applicant would not oppose the request, but that he chose to remain silent and waited until Atiku's team had submitted an order directing discovery of his academic records in court before expressing an interest in joining the suit. Can you imagine? Then Mr. Tinubu turned around a week later and headed straight to the State District Court for the Northern District of Illinois to apply to join as previously advised without consulting Mr. Atiku Abubakar, perceived as a devious delay gimmick. At the outset, applicant emphasizes that he does not oppose the motion, but questions why Mr. Tinubu filed it instead of contacting and coordinating with applicant's counsel to submit a joint submission. Ms. Angela wrote in her response to Mr. Tinubu's motion to join on August 4th. Thus, on July 27, 2023, almost a week prior to filing the application, counsel for applicant advised counsel for Mr. Tinubu and Chicago State University that applicants intended to file the application and that he was willing to stipulate to Mr. Tinubu's intervention in the Section 1782 Federal Action, Mr. Abubakar's lawyer told the court. The discretion by the Tinubu's team is further fueling optimism in the Atiku's team that the academic records will support his case against Mr. Tinubu at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to prove that President Tinubu may have falsified his credentials and should be disqualified. Nigerians have now been approved to, okay, so that is the situation with the case in court at the US over the certificate saga for Tinubu right there in the US. Okay, there are a few comments here coming from a few individuals about what the Atiku's counsel is writing, that Tinubu obviously has something to hide, and that's why he's doing everything to block the case and not cooperating with Atiku's counsel in the matter in the US. Somebody is saying here, the issue here is for you to prove that he didn't win the election, that you won and you won the election instead. All I have seen in PDP and the Labour Party is that they have realized that Tinubu won that election, and so they are seeking for a way of disqualification of his candidate. All these won't work because Tinubu won that election hands down. Look at what this guy is saying. And this is an Eastern guy that is writing a nonsense here that Tinubu won election when the whole world knows that Tinubu did not win that election. Somebody said, just read what you wrote again. Is educational qualification not part of electoral process? Is falsification of certificate not a criminal offense? What's the position of electoral law on certificate falsification? That is a good question that somebody is asking him here. At almost 80 years, Atiku is indeed obsessed with power. Even the obsession is affecting the psyche of his lawyers. How do you expect the one you have made your enemy in court to cooperate with you? Atiku's spiritual dominion may make him commit suicide later. Okay? May God forbid. Atiku, are you not tired? That's a question somebody is asking here. Atiku, are you not tired? Are you not tired? So the case here, so you better chasing shadow Atiku. That's what somebody telling me here. I better go and face Dubai business. Okay. Congratulations for the work well done. Dig more, and dig more. So the fact there remains that there's an issue with Tinubu certificate which is hiding, but he can't continue to hide it. It will leak out one day. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment concerning this article's case against Tinubu in the US and how Tinubu is trying to block the institutions from releasing its academic result that is currently under investigation and probe.